You could look back at your life and you could split your life in two segments. One is your the first part, which is the learning part. You are in school, college, university, you are learning, and you're full-time learning because you want to develop yourself to go into the practical field and do something practically. This is an era you could easily label as knowledge building. You're not much using that knowledge, but you are building and piling up and accumulating that knowledge. That's the first phase. In the second phase, here you start a job, 2025. And now it's very different because here in this environment, you need to work with the people. Initially, in the first phase, there was no requirement to work with the people. You had friends, you had a lot of fun, but it was all your individual effort. If you had a good IQ, you had good grades. The second part of life, it's about knowledge execution. Whatever you have learned in the first phase, you are going to use it. And to use it, to apply, to create results for your employer, you have to work with other people, which is not easy. There come the soft skills, not only communication, your interactive skills, your leadership skills. Here in this part, most people struggle because they are trained for the knowledge, but they're not trained for the practical people skills. We are not trained for emotional intelligence. We are not trained for communication skills. We are not trained for presentation skills. We are not trained for negotiation skills, and name it. And this is all we need to do. Some people are naturally good in these skills. So without any training, they make a lot of good progress. I'm sure if you look around, you will notice that there are people, they're not highly educated, they're not really very strong background, but they make good progress because of their natural skills. Everybody does not have those natural skills, but you can always develop it. You can always develop it, and that is what you are doing. So between IQ and EQ, both are important, but in the first part of our life, when we were a student, IQ was very important. And in the later part, when we are employed with an organization, IQ is still important, but more than IQ, EQ is important because we are dealing with people and we are not trained in EQ. We need to work with all the time with the people. And it is said that people are hired for their higher IQ and then they are fired because of their lower EQ, which is true in many cases. Because other problem is that IQ can be measured. You can have an IQ score. There are various tests available. For EQ, there is no score or quantifiable method. You can assess it, but there is no definite measure or method to measure your EQ level.